Holland, the birthplace of Max Verstappen. Also, they produced a car company who also raced in F1 for a few years, or just a year actually. That team is Spyker F1, and they were a Dutch car company who was formed in 1999 and once dipped a toe into the brutal and infamous sport that is F1. In 2007, they joined the F1 grid, but it was not a cakewalk. This is a story of Spyker in F1. The Spyker team was formed in late 2006 when Midland F1 decided to sell the team only 1 year after buying out Georgia Grand Prix, who actually gave Michael Schumacher his debut back in 1991. They joined the grid in 2007, which made them the second ever Dutch F1 team, the first being Boro F1, who raced in 1976 and 1977. The car, which was called the FX3II, was orange, the racing colour of Holland or the Netherlands, depending where you were from. And it had a 2006 Ferrari engine, so it wouldn't slow in a straight line. At the start of the season, the two drivers were Adrian Sutil and Christian Albers. However, this driver lineup would change later on. In Australia, their team finished 17th and had their retirement. However, in Malaysia, the team suffered 2 retirements, which would actually set the scene for the rest of the season, having poor consistency. However, at the European Grand Prix, it all changed. The circuit, nestled in the Eifel Mountains, had terrible monsoon-like weather, and it hit the track, causing people like Lewis Hamilton, Jenson Button and Nico Rosberg to spin off in the weather. Christian Albers was released from the team before the race and left the sport. In his place came Marcus Winkelhock, and during the race, because of a great strategy, Winkelhock was able to lead the race, but only for a few laps. The race went behind the safety car and was red flagged, and when it restarted, Winkelhock had no pace after a great strategy that could have worked fell apart. He later had a hydraulics failure after being gobbled up by the other cars, and then for the next race, Sakon Yamamoto took over the second seat for the rest of the season. At Fuji, a few races later, after a rain-soaked race, the cars were spinning off and crashing. Adrian Sutil scored his and the team's first ever points, but behind the scenes things were happening that led to the team's demise. The F1 team threatened to split with the main Spyker company, and the whole team was falling apart like the Greek economy. Then it was bought up by Vijay Mallya, and he named the team to Force India, which then became Racing Point and then Aston Martin after Lance Stroll's father bought the team. And yeah, this is the story of the Spyker F1 team, one that was very short-lived but was very diverse. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this video, please give it one thumb up in the vertical direction, and yeah, I really hope to see you next time. Bye.